Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. As the recording of this, it is Wednesday, June 26th, 2024. I have a little trouble talking there at the intro. Also known as 626, which was an experiment in the movie Lilo and Stitch, making this International Stitch Day. And I am wearing an appropriate t-shirt. I have a newfound appreciation since going to the Disney Aulani Resort last year in Hawaii. There is Stitch everywhere. And I have a newfound appreciation for that character. Today is his day. Also, bought some sunglasses yesterday, and yesterday, and I'm already missing the little segment on the end there, the thing that goes on the side. So they're still functionable. But they're kind of, I don't even know if I even really need sunglasses today because it is later in the afternoon and it might storm. I'm inviting you to join me. I'm going to Magic Kingdom for 626 Day. Shall you? I couldn't help be distracted there on the intro because when I went to put these back on my collar, or like on the t-shirt collar, I almost jabbed myself in the chest with the unpadded end of that particular one. There's padding on this side, but not the other side. Oh, fun fact. Ooh, that sky is looking nasty. Should be 666 Day, because that sky looks evil, but it's not. It's 626 Day. Yeah, that is quite the cloud skies over there. The clouded skies. Mickey Power Pole, not tarnished by Stitch. Sometimes that troublemaker will put toilet paper on things. The Mickey Power Pole, safe. There was even one year that he toilet papered the castle, the end of Main Street, and also put spray paint on it. He doesn't really do that anymore though. You could almost kind of equate it to this castle when it was a birthday cake. Back in the mid-90s, what would about that, 95? Yeah, for the 25th anniversary. Also similar to the Stitch toilet paper castle, which I don't know if they'd ever do anything quite like that for such a short-term thing. Usually when they do something, it's for a little longer term than just one day. I'm sure, well, you know what? The Stitch toilet paper castle might have been up more than a day, or maybe not. To be honest, I didn't see it with my own eyes. Yes, the precipitation has begun, Big the Foot. Slow going into the parking area here. But the precipitation, well, at least it'll cool it down. It was very, very hot earlier. I didn't really want to go out into the elements. And I'd obviously rather just have a little sprinkle on my forehead. I don't know where I'm going with that. To be out in the sun. 87 degrees. It's 5:45. Ooh, look at that lightning strike there. Rain will be stopping briefly, but then picking back up again at 7. I am now parked. Subsided for a moment. Oh, hello, bird. Hello, bird. Coming in hot. Coming in. Oh, goodness. That was a action shots. Look at those freaking clouds. Listen to that thunder. Well, that big hill up here is dissipating a little bit. Oh, another action. Yeah, the hill over here at the parking lot, which I always assumed they were going to maybe put a Skyliner station in. Well, I don't know, just high hopes. It's starting to level off a little more. MK parking. MK parking. Now, do I walk or do I take the tram? Parked over here in Simba 118. I think I'm gonna walk. Now, in natural Disney Parks fashion, not really a lot of savory options for this historic day, which happens every year. It's kind of like May the 4th, where it's like an unofficial thing that really nothing really happened on this day, but because it's mentioned in the film canon, So there's all this stuff, but nothing savory. It's all very Swedish. Lots of sweet items and all desserts. Even this is over at the place of the Polynesian, except it's not a Dole Whip, it is an ice cream fountain. I gotta stay away from it. I'm trying to stay away from that, but that looks pretty good, right? It looks like Stitch. More savory items for certain occasions. That's my request, Disney. That's my request. That's my wish, Breaking Solid. That's my wish. You know, I never thought about it till now. Do you think Heavy Metal Mickey has ever been struck by lightning? This would be the day for it. And if so, could he go back in time? Maybe. I am going to walk through the Poly though. Polynesian Resort. The line to get into the checkpoint to TTC was really backed up, surprisingly, so I'm going this way. But it will give me the chance to walk over to the Pineapple Lanai and at least take a look at what the Experiment 626 cone looks like. I'm pointing at the ground because I've never noticed this little kind of like a river pattern on the sidewalk here. It almost reminds me of Frontierland over at Magic Kingdom, which I'll be walking through. Yeah, today only, the Experiment 626 cone. I think the pool is cleared out, yeah. Whenever there's lightning in the area, they close down the pools, and this one is no exception. Pool closed. Yeah, no joke, there's probably 100 people in line to get one of these cones. They were cones, 626 cones. And you've heard of the backside of water? How about the backside of Maui? Yeah, so yeah, it's getting really dark out there. The sky is very overcast. Darkness is going to be permeating down upon that line of 100 people. Give or take 10. Could have been 90, or could have been 110. But yeah, what a way to celebrate Stitch Day, International Stitch Day, because he is internationally known, just like Maui here. Stitch might be a little more popular, but not by much. Yeah, look how many freaking people are out there. Again, it is getting dark out there. The line seems to be growing though. No one is really too concerned about the weather. And of course, the man of the hour right down here, Mr. Stitch. Boy, people are gonna get rained on out there. And I did think about taking the boat over to Magic Kingdom, but instead I think I'm gonna take the monorail. Incoming! The Express Monorail, which one does not stop. It goes the other way from Magic Kingdom, hitting Poly first and then Grand Floridian, then TTC. But there should be a resort monorail pulling into the station at any point, and just one stop off, not too far. Well, two stop off because you got to go. Okay, I'm getting my bearings. That way is Grand Floridian. Got a little mixed up there. Yeah, Grand Floridian. And then Magic Kingdom. Usually I'll just take the boat or the other monorail at TTC, not the resort one. At 6:14, what are the wait times when it's about to dump down some rain from the heavens? 40 minutes on Space, 30 minutes on Autopia East Raceway. Looks like 40 minutes on Mansion and 45 minutes for Big Thunder Mountain. You best remember, Pirates is down. Pirates is down. Whenever I see those words, I think of Bon Scott. Danger. Oh, not danger, but the other word. Pulling into the station. Monorail. Red. The red monorail. Yeah. Monorail. Yeah. One thing is for sure, it takes a long time to get over here. Yeah, Transportation Ticket Center over to Magic Kingdom, it really is a test in patience getting over here sometimes. And I was overhearing some conversations on the monorail. They said that the Stitch meet and greet was like a couple hours long. I believe it. Also, I have seen a lot of Stitch shirts today. I'm talking a lot. But I'll tell you what you don't have to have a test in patience for is at this time of the day, waiting in line at Starbucks for a piping hot caffeinated beverage. There is hardly anyone in here. Don't mind if I do. All right, coffee has been achieved. And sometimes you can never really catch them over there with the glass and the heat lamp and all that, and fire. But right now, getting to witness this guy creating some glass pieces. It is coming down now, in fact, but the balloons underneath the awning of the theater here. I've never seen the balloons underneath the awning we don't want the balloons to get wet in the storm as well either. I didn't bring my raincoat or an umbrella. Oh, there he is again. Looks like he clawed into the side of the Spirit jersey and is sliding down the side of the Spirit. I guess that would be the back of the Spirit jersey right there. There he is, right there. Oh, plushes of all sizes. You got the small plush right here, which would get drenched if you took him outside. And then you got the bigger plush, the 34. Then you got the little small one that you could attach to your belt loop or a purse or something of that nature. Lots of plushes. And he's even slumbering up here. That is looking very cozy and comfortable here on this shelf. Oh, look at these. How cute those are.
Do you want that Pluto?
Yeah, the rain does not appear to be slowing anyone down though. Everyone's still out walking around in it. They're all in full-on Stitch mode. Well, most of us are. Oh, I forgot that actually he's over here on the side of the wall, side of the purple wall right there. He's like he's like chopping down on something there. Now, one of my favorite moments meeting the Stitch character was right over here at one of the Halloween parties. I think it was last year's Halloween party through that door. Stitch was dressed as Elvis, which is pretty freaking cool. I love Elvis. I got a picture with the Elvis Stitch, which is kind of funny if you've ever seen, oh, this isn't working up here. Maybe the rain has stopped the astral orbiter from going around. But if you've ever seen the movie Priscilla, which was an Elvis movie from Priscilla's perspective, the guy that played Elvis, the king of rock and roll in that film, had never heard of Elvis until he saw Lilo and Stitch, which I thought was pretty funny. He did a pretty good job as Elvis, but yeah, he never saw it until he saw the Disney film. Yeah, at least that's the story. That's the root what the rumor mill was saying. Look at this guy right here. This is another iconic character right here. Man, look at this. This is great. Old Sunny Eclipse. Not sure who this is though. This almost looks like Kif from Futurama. Kif, grab the flag. For God's sakes, wave it a little. Yeah, it is really coming down now. It is definitely heavily precipitating, which is putting a little bit of a damper on this little bit of a... Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. The Astro Orbiter is going in the rain, and there are a lot of people on it. Just as I said, it started to rain. It started to like dump precipitation from the heavens. People are still on Astro Orbiter. I love that. No one's walking around out in it, but yeah, everyone's on the rise. Yeah, anytime there's any sort of like shade from the elements, everyone just I'm doing the same thing. You stand underneath here, and it protects you from the rainfall. Now, I have seen him out over here on the Galactic Gateway area doing meet and greets from afar where you can stand up. However, it says no shows today over here, so no sign of him over here. Usually he'll come out here, people are dancing, and they can get like a selfie with him right there, but he's not out today. He comes out of that door. I think I've seen him over here. It kind of looks like it's starting to clear up a little bit. It definitely dumped a lot of water on the ground, but yeah, got a little burst of non-rain right now. I took a picture of my pen board before I left the home, and I noticed that these are the Stitch pens that I have, so it confirms the fact that I do not have this one. So I think I'm going to end up getting myself, this is definitely the day to purchase it, so I'm going to get this one. Actually, I don't think I have that one either. Yeah, I just opted to just get that one. I don't want to go completely down the rabbit hole of getting all the pens with him on it, because there are a heck of a lot of them, but I figured today would have been the day to get it. And right next to the Frontierland trading post where they have the pens, they are starting to, well, they've already walled up the section that was the shooting gallery is completely gone. Erased from existence. Erased from existence. And now it is going to be a DVC lounge of some sort, which is kind of interesting. They're going to have it like right here in prime real estate, but DVC's taken over. It's getting very, very popular. Guys are still not working over here on Big Thunder. I ended up going, oh, look at the sunburst there. Nice. Nice little effect. The sunburst. My camera's a little wet from the precipitation earlier. I probably should wipe the lens off. That looks pretty cool though with the little sunburst
getting the little lens flares and all that. But I ended up going up to guest services, one of the little blue tent help stations, and I asked, where on the app can I look to see where the characters are being greeted? It showed me how, which I knew before, but I had forgotten how to look up the wait times, and then you just scroll down to the characters. And I said, I could probably just ask you, where is Stitch meeting? And he goes, actually, Stitch does not have a designated meet and greet. So the couple hours that the people on the monorail were talking about, I don't know if that was accurate or not. But he said if he's meeting, he's going to be meeting over in Tomorrowland, over in the corner. So I think I'm going to walk back over there and see if I can see Stitch. That looks pretty cool with that little sun glare. And I was going to wait in the line for Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Right there's the queue. It was like 25 minutes earlier when I was looking on the app when it was raining, but now that it's not raining, it's up to 50 minutes. So I'll probably have to best remove them another time. Oh, the spitting tikis. These things have been here for a very, very long time. The rain or the clouds were spitting earlier, but now the precipitation has, I've used the word precipitation almost as much as I've used the word Stitch today. I don't know which one I've used more. Probably the S word, the Stitch word. Playing a drinking game on how many times I'm saying that character's name probably will not end well for you unless you're drinking coffee, and then you would just be really, really hyped up. You'd be very, very hyped up based on the amount of times that I've said that S word. Not the bad S word, the good S word, but sometimes the character S word, he can be a little rambunctious, so sometimes he can be put in the negative category. But either way, he's always fun. You know, I was thinking about maybe trying Jungle Cruise, but I was looking at the wait time on Jungle Cruise, and yes, even if the line is not stretched out, the sign says 90 freaking minutes, 90 minutes internal queue. That is a long wait to ride Jungle Cruise. Everyone is yeah, everyone's back out now that the rain clouds have gone. Yeah, oh, never mind, I'm wrong. 50 minutes, that's a little better. Okay, 50's not too bad. Way better than 90, but yeah. I'll do it another time. I'm thinking now, as I'm making my way across the bridge past the castle over towards Tomorrowland, I might try to go on either People Mover or maybe I could do two. I do People Mover and I could do Tomorrowland Speedway. It's cleared up now, so this night feels really good out right now. Alright, it's showing 25 minutes for Speedway. So I think I'm going to do People Mover first and then see how the Speedway looks after the fact. And if it goes down a little bit from there, then maybe I will end up jumping on the Tomorrowland Speedway. And the reason I'm continuing to talk is I'm hoping that I almost said monorail, the other highway in the sky, the People Mover, as I'm walking along will protrude and pop itself out of the bridge right there. But I'm not delaying it enough. I'm trying to just continue to talk and hopefully get the monorail. Oh, wait a second, hold on. No, I keep saying the monorail. They're both referred to as the highway in the sky. But I think most people, when they think of the highway in the sky, they think of the monorail. But there's also the People Mover. This is the spot where I believe he was meeting over here at the Space Ranger map, perhaps? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I don't know where the heck Stitch is. Maybe it was just over that Tomorrowland stage. I'll walk back over as well. Last year, I met him twice at two of the holiday events. Yeah, there he is during the Halloween event here at Magic Kingdom, over there near where Stitch's Great Escape used to be, in all his Elvis gear. And then also he was over by the Tiki Room, in the Tiki Room queue, during the Mickey and Minnie Merry Christmas, what is it called? The Christmas party. The Very Merry Christmas party. So I met him at the Halloween party and I met him at the Christmas party. Yeah, I doubled down on Stitch last year, which is pretty cool. I got him in his Elvis gear and I got him in his festive Mele Kalikimaka gear right there. And I'm gonna have Mickey's got a piping hot caffeinated cocoa. Probably non-caffeinated. Cocoa, I don't know. He's got a hot cocoa, Mickey does. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm gonna be seeing the man of the hour or the man of the day or the creature of the event today anywhere out and about. Dang it, he's so elusive on his day. He might be celebrating somewhere. Now, surprisingly, the People Mover line was a lot longer than I expected it to be. You know, it really is kind of nice to just walk around. This last road trip I did over the last couple of weeks, there was quite a few days I was driving 5 and 6 and 7 and 800 miles a day, so I've been cooped up in a car. Actually, I think I'm gonna start heading out, right? I think I'm gonna start heading out. I just realized very soon people are already starting to line up for the fireworks, and I definitely want to get out of here before the post-fireworks madness, the escape route. Get out of here before that. Yeah, there's a lot of people even just walking in right now. They all seem to be heading over probably to get a spot. Yes, no go on the people mover today. It was like a 40 minute wait as well. And then earlier, well, I didn't get a hot dog or anything like that, but Big Thunder, I didn't do either because it was like probably a 50-minute wait. I should have hit it as the rain clouds were kind of formulating. It was like a 20-minute wait. And then after the rain clouds passed by, all the wait times got really lengthy. So yeah, you know, it's a great thing about being a pass holder. You can just come in, walk around, enjoy the day, and then leave. I think I'm gonna go leave here, get back to my car, go by Publix, get some salad stuff, and I'm gonna watch a little Lilo and Stitch on this day. I feel like it's a good time to watch a little Stitchage. And I'm noticing.
Good evening, everyone.
So this one I've seen a few times, but I've never seen Stitch Has a Glitch, Lilo and Stitch 2, or Stitch the Movie. What the heck? What is Stitch the Movie? Leroy and Stitch. I've seen some of the series. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll watch Lilo and Stitch 2, Stitch Has a Glitch. I knew there was a series, but for some reason I didn't realize there was a second one. And I was looking, whoa, I just bumped into the glass. The first movie is like an hour and a half, but the second part 2 is only like an hour long. So is it really a full movie? Is it released in the theater? Kind of a new when it comes to the Stitch action. I always knew of the character. I saw the movie years ago, and then I rewatched it on the plane. My mom and I went to Alani last year, and I loved it. And then when I got to Alani, it was just Stitch overload there. Stitch was doing a meet and greet, Stitch merchandise. So now I'm on the Stitch train. I'm a Stitchian. That looks pretty cool. Pulling in a TTC. I really wish that Stitch's Great Escape was still around. I mean, I wish Alien Encounter was around, but Stitch's Great Escape would have been a good attraction to be on today, right? I failed on the meet and greet. I got here a little too late. Had a lot going on after the road trip. Had to return my rental car. Went to MCO to drop the rental car off. Went over to my parents, got caught up with them. Hung out with them for a while. And now I'm going to go to Publix, get some food. And then watch a movie. It'll be a nice, relaxing back from road trip day. I beat the mass exodus, post-fireworks mass exodus. If I wanted to go to Epcot, I could hop right over to Epcot too, but I'm not. I got a little Stitch 2 on the brain. The sequel. Yeah, I haven't heard much about the sequel, so I'm hoping I'm not making a mistake watching the second one on this day. But it'd be nice to watch something I haven't seen a couple times. I haven't seen part 2. Yeah, it's only an hour and 11 minutes, which is like 20 minutes shorter than the first feature film. Stitch Has a glitch sends Stitch out of control just before Lilo's big hula contest. Oh no. Yeah, that's hooking me right in. I gotta see what's going on with that. This and Moana, just great movies to watch when you're going to Hawaii or you have been to Hawaii. Great Disney films. Also, when the heck is this going to reopen? This has been closed for so long. Reopen this thing. Mickey's Gift Station. Still closed since like 2020. I miss going in here on the way back to getting a water on the way back to my car. Look at that retro logo there. It's like, well, not super retro, but more retro than 2024, current time. Look at this thing. It's like it's had like a little neon on it. Need to ignite this thing again. Put some merchandise in here. Take my money, please. cool was this? I didn't get to see this personally, only after the fact. Look at him, he went over here and put Stitch is King spray painted right down there. What a hooligan. As far as I know, they only did this one time. And I don't know if it was just for the day. Look, he TP'd, he toilet papered up the castle. Disney does some really cool stuff sometimes. They really do. Not all the time. Not all the time, but sometimes they do some cool things. Not sure what I'm pointing at. I was hoping that a monorail would go by the beam. I don't really like showing empty monorail beams. It's rare that I show an empty monorail beam, but stand here long enough, maybe the monorail will come by. But I was pointing at the tram. No monorail. Well, I think one time they put a Stitch overlay. There's that S word again. On the monorail. That was years ago. I don't know. That actually might have been at Disneyland. I get them confused sometimes. So I go back and forth. Sometimes when I'm there, I feel like I'm here. And sometimes when I'm here, I feel like I'm there. My brain sometimes is just... And I resisted temptation. I've noticed there are been a lot of pink trams today. Look at that. See? This is like the third or fourth pink tram. Yeah. The blue tram going by back there. I think as many times as I've been here, I'd start pointing with two fingers instead of the one finger. You know how the two finger point started? Now people will say that as we point with one finger, the cast members don't point with one finger, they point with two fingers. They do this as to not offend someone from other countries. I don't know if that's true in any way, shape, or form. I have always heard this little twist that Walt Disney, because he was a smoker, all those photos of Walt when he would walk around the park and he would be pointing with two fingers, they went in and digitally Photoshop removed all the cigarettes, but he would always have a cigarette in his hand. The cigarette would be like this in between the fingers. So all those photos of him just showing people around doing this, he really had a cigarette in his hand. And because they have been digitally removed, or maybe not digitally, back in the day they had to go in manually and remove them through photographic trickery. And that's why he was always doing that. If he didn't have a cigarette in his hand, he would have just done this. And that changed how cast members point forever. Could be true, could not be true. It's a fun story though. What does this water patch look like? Right? It almost looks like when you look at clouds, you can see clouds up here and try to figure out what they look like, but this almost kind of looks like something, or maybe it doesn't. I was stalling all this time. I was telling that two-fingered Walt point story to hold the attention for one reason, and one reason only, because this is happening. There goes the monorail. And the tram, look at that, it's a twofer. It's a twofer trip. I'm tired. I'm actually really tired. Did not sleep a lot last night. Had a busy day today. Then I started doing filming the episode. I'm glad the movie, the sequel to Lilo and Stitch, Lilo and Stitch 2, is only an hour and 11 minutes. Because I don't know if I could go for an hour and 40-minute movie right now. I'm going to get some food, and then I'm going to watch the movie, and then I'm going to slumber. Yeah, I'm kind of just running on fumes. Big cones, small cones, big cones, small cones. Caffeine is
worn off.
All right, the first one came out in 2002. Then the movie, not the sequel, came out in 2003. And then the sequel, The Glitch, came out in 2005. I feel like if I go into the sequel, I am not watching them in order, when really the first one was 02, and then the film, Stitch, exclamation point, the movie was 2003. Okay, I'm gonna watch this one. I gotta watch these things in order. Probably doesn't make any difference, but this is what I'm watching tonight. Or should I watch the sequel? Why aren't they, why did this one come out before part 2? I want to ask someone. There's no one on that tram. I was going to ask someone on the tram that was wearing I saw so many shirts today of people wearing that I don't want to even say the word anymore. I've said it so many times. Hello. Yeah, I saw the most amount of Stitch shirts today that I've ever seen in the park at one time. Felt good. These people are giving Bob's Barricade a run for their money. I thought Bob's had the monopoly on all the barricades. These are not Bob's barricades. I hope Bob's doing good. Also, a lot of bug noises. A lot of bug noises. I've seen photos of the creatures, the bug-like creatures that are making those noises. They're terrifying. I do not want to see one with a human eye. Do not want to have one land on your neck, sink its teeth into you. It's like the vampires of the South. They only come out at night. They only come out at night, mostly. What was that? The aliens? They come out at night. They come out after dark. I don't know. Newt. That was her name. What was the line? They come out at night, mostly. I don't know what accent I'm doing. I need food. Maybe the greatest Publix in the history of Publixes. It's the newer of the two Publixes that open here off of World Drive. Love this Publix. Love it. Back home now, over in the corridor of Goons. Got my spot ready to put the new pin that I just got right over here. Just stick it right on the cork board, right about there. Good to have another addition to the pin board. Good addition to the pin board. Here in the corridor of Goons. Yes, that is a smorgasbord of goodness. Right there. Alright, I'm going in on Stitch the movie, the one that came out in 2003, a year after Lilo and Stitch. You know what? It's an hour and 3 minutes. If I'm still awake and I'm feeling kind of wacky, I'll watch the one after this. I'll watch Lilo and Stitch 2. I'm in a mood. Get some chickpeas in my belly. Cottage cheese. Some salad. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. The vlog is over.